What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video of my team journey. And we've done the first race of the season, which did not go well at all. It wasn't fun, but we're going to forget about that as we're going to press forward, as we got an event here to sort out our driver, where we can increase his pace or his awareness. Now, I wanted to increase his awareness since his pace was pretty good. He's got a pretty good pace margin. So we're going to focus on his awareness and make sure he gets optimal range. Now, the last episode, I didn't realize I didn't change or didn't choose the helmet design that I wanted for me. So, and with being limited on helmet designs to choose from, I would tie between this helmet design and the next one that you will see in a moment's time. And I was just flicking around, seeing what colours would suit best for me and for the team overall. Then there's this design, which we ultimately went for because I just like the three stripes that go onto the helmet and how it can sort of almost like a battle cry look, which was pretty awesome, I won't lie. So we chose this helmet and make it into the colours to match our team's livery as much as possible, but adding a little personal touch of colour for ourselves, which is what I'm going to do. So we ended up doing the final finishing touches on here, and we sort that out. So we do a little activities for our team, so we can get down busy with everyone. So we chose simulation for our driver. So we press forward and head on to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We do a Pirelli hot lap. A brand new feature in this game, which is alright. So this challenge is we've got to get to the average speed objective, which is 98 miles per hour. We did the first two with no problem at all. I mean, this is the last run, and that turn here was a bit challenging, being in a supercar, but it didn't matter too much as we were able to pass through this without any trouble at all. Gold, just what we needed. And that's 100k in our bank, which is what we desperately need for our team. And also some more acclaimment level to help increase our level so we can try and get more sponsors on our car. And then if I said it wrong, please forgive me. I'm good at pronunciations. Acclaimers. So we're heading to practice. Now, I'm not familiar with this track. I've seen on-board footage and it's fun. It's a bit challenging in this part here, I went in a bit too early in this corner and ruined my lap for our first practice run. And then here we went wide, which is good, we went wide again, and then we hit the front wing, which ruined the program. So that cost us a bit of time. So I went on to setup to see what I can change around to make it suitable for the car's handling. And I was just flicking through it, because I'm not used to doing setups, and I don't know what really does what. I was just trying to understand how everything works with setups and seeing what part does what. So we sorted out the front wing, which is the obvious thing you would do. And so we went back out again to sort out this practice program, and we managed to do it. So I increased the front wing a little bit to get more front downforce, and took the rear wing off a little bit, so we could get a bit more straight line speed in compromising effect, and sort of adjusted the tone when the car turns in quickly, and hoping that it will provide more of an advantage to us, and sort out the rear suspension to make it more, to get us help generate more downforce. So we saved this setup for future episodes in any time we come back here. So we managed to get through all of our practice programs without trouble by just simulating it, because I just wanted to get on with it. I mean, Piastri just need to do a little bit more. I know it's early in the season, but even still, we get some good discounts for our car, which is what we're going to need. And so without further ado, let's get straight into qualifying. To begin qualifying, and we have a fault in our car, which is a bit annoying because I wanted to get out there straight away, but it's not going to take too long.
Okay, I know you're eager to get out there, but I'm going to need you to be patient for a few minutes. We're just trying to zero in on an oil leak.
Thanks, Mark, for letting me know that is an oil leak. Very handy. We see eventually get out there to do our first run of this Jeddah street track, and it's a nice flowing track, very fast in a lot of sections. This section here is rather tricky for a controller user, well, for myself. This part here is like super fast and it's super nice and everything. This part here is super tricky. The long straights here, it just offers a really nice fast flow to this whole circuit. It's really nice to drive, but it's very challenging, and the rewards are sweet when you get it right. So on to the final straight, DRS wide open, and we're going to do a 1:33 flat, which was a good time, but waiting for other teams to improve so we can see where we're at. We put 11th, we put ourselves 11th at the moment. So we fast forward time to see where we end up really, which is 14th for the time being. I wanted to go back out there and improve my time so I could be a little bit more safe. And we managed to do a 1:32.7, which was good enough for 11th at the time, just before the session ended. And when the session did end, we ended up being 14th. We ended up being 15th, sorry, which was good enough to get us into Q2 for the first time. And on our first run here, I got a little distracted outside of recording and broke my front wing, and we lost a bit of time. We weren't going to get through. We were probably not going to get through to Q3, so we ended up being last, which is not ideal. On the other hand, it's not a total loss. We can get some good points in this race, or point, should I say. And so without further ado, let's get straight into the Grand Prix. I've got high hopes for this.
We're here today on the shores of the Red Sea in the lower Hijaz Mountains to visit one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar. We're in Jeddah, home to what we all hope is going to be a thrilling Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Norris, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, and Daniel Ricciardo, Ocon, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly, and Tsunoda, Phoenix, Joe, Sebastian Vettel, and Alex Albon, Latifi, Oscar Piastri, Mick Schumacher, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race.
So we get promoted to 15th, which was unexpected. But on the other hand, we're on the clean side of the track, so this will be to our advantage. And I went into my setups just in case, just to make sure I do any more changes to the front wing or anything, which we do. We increase it by 1, so we get more front end grip. And I wanted to go hards on this race, but I wanted to get off to a good start for this Grand Prix. Given how the last race went, I wanted to make sure that we can get through the first lap at ease or in one piece. So we stuck to the original strategy, which is medium to hards, and we go from there. So our second race in for our My Team journey is now underway. We get a good start. We just jumped Tsunoda. We're trying to get up from the inside of Gasly. Tsunoda comes back at us in an AlphaTauri sandwich. One Yu Jers alongside us, and we just managed to hold off Gasly and get hold of Joe, which was not bad. The Alpine and the AlphaTauri are squabbling with each other. This is the first lap, so I wanted to be cautious. So let's see where they're at. They're side by side with each other. The AlphaTauri comes off better. The Ocon follows him suit. So we managed to get through the first lap with ease, which was the first in our career so far. No front wing damage, no nothing. On simulation damage, I think. No, it's full damage. So we started closing up on Ocon, and I really wanted to get past it, and then he started catching up to Yuki Tsunoda. But it didn't quite pan out that way. And we get on the inside, and he hits us. Idiot. So we pressed on without any damage, miraculously, and we pulled away from Esteban Ocon, so we can hopefully catch up to Yuki Tsunoda. But it didn't. But the AlphaTauri is just fast, too fast for us to catch up. We need some updates for our car. And as the Alpine comes back at us on the main straight with DRS, and he gets us. We try to go on the inside, the dive bomb. We won't quite far into the corner as we would have liked, but I don't want to lose the front wing either. So this is going to be a very tasty battle. As you can see, the front runners, they're just pulling away. They're in a league of their own. Lewis Hamilton just behind George Russell and closing with Perez. Actually, Max Verstappen behind Sainz and Perez behind Leclerc. Leclerc's just running away in this race so far. And we get good momentum on this part of the track as we're starting to learn more of the circuit. And we get a good run out here, up towards the hairpin. We're on the outside of Esteban Ocon, should I say. Around the outside. Nice move. Managed to get past him without any troubles at all, which was handy. But then on the straight here, we lost a bit of time on the exit, and he comes back at us with tremendous straight line speed. He's one of the worst straight line speed cars. Go back at the inside, do the dive bomb, he hits us, and he still rolls with us. Thank you, bloody Ocon. We get DRS, go on the outside on the racing line, I think. And with Gasly just following pursuit to see what happens. Side by side between the two. And we just managed to get out on top. Gasly tries to have a go. Esteban's having none of it. So
okay,
we press on.
Gasly. They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Well, that's going to put us at ease. So that Gasly will be out of the running. Ocon gets us again on the straight. And we try and get him here. He gets much more momentum on this drive here, on this part of the racetrack, should I say. We hit the DRS. We go on the outside, on the inside. No, we go on the outside of the last corner to hopefully late break him. We do break him, but not quite. But we do get DRS onto this straight here, and we're not quite close enough. With like a straight line speed is what's costing us. At the same time, we want good cornering speed. So I sacrifice straight line speed slightly for cornering speed. We do a dive bomb on Esteban. We managed to somehow make his stick. He did make contact with us, which was not ideal. We're still getting any damage from Rakazzi. We went wide in that corner, which isn't fun. And Esteban was able to get a good run out of there, thanks to our mistake. It gets us on the outside, which is okay because we can still get the DRS on this last straight here. This has been a fight that went on for most of the race so far. And we get onto the outside again, onto this final straight, and towards turn 1. Do we make the move stick at all? He comes back slightly, but we managed to make it stick. For now, at least. So we start pulling away slightly, and I made a mistake going into that corner too early. And I think that's our first track limit warning, should I say. Excuse my pronunciations. Esteban starts to come back at us again on the next lap, I believe. That Alpine is fast in a straight line. Somehow. The AI are ridiculously OP. He locks up. This is a nice slow-mo shot of the incident. Now, we were due to come into the pits, but I decided to stay out to gain track position. So we can hopefully get a break from Esteban Ocon, who could probably rejoin ahead of Verstappen, or I was hoping for Verstappen to get ahead of him, which he doesn't. He joins just behind him, and then he's coming to the next lap. So, oh my god, Sebastian, not Sebastian, Verstappen went wide, which wasn't ideal for the somehow. Ocon does pit, we stay out, hoping to get the overcut on him to stay out over. I decided to let Verstappen go. He's not our fight. We're not racing with them. Perez comes out, Verstappen just jumps him at the pit stop. So that works well for Verstappen. Perez will be a bit annoyed by that. So I thought, why don't we get a good run on him? Make it more complicated for Perez. But we didn't quite get there because their car is just so much faster, so much more mechanical grip. Now, this is, oh my god, we went wide and we get a 3-second time penalty. Again. Second race in a row, we get a 3-second time penalty for going wide and not even gaining an advantage. But hey ho, that's the way the cookie crumbles, which is annoying. So we tried to make him pose for a bit. We went wide. Oh my god, we went wide here. We hit our front wing. That's not ideal. We got the Mercedes behind us of George Russell. I forgot that he was there. We get DRS, and he gets DRS side by side. George Russell gets us. We went absolutely wide, and that ruined our run towards this straight here. Those Mercedes are fast. The top 6 just fast. We got down. Here you go, Hamilton and Sainz 3 wide in this part of the racetrack. Oh my goodness me! Sainz locks up. They make contact. It's almost like watching bumper cars. Oh dear, we head straight into the pits, into our scheduled stop finally, and it was an it was a good stop, but you know, we were just a bit slow off the mark, which wasn't ideal. But we managed to rejoin, just behind Esteban Ocon. Not ideal at all. His tires are all warmed up. He's on the hard tires. We've just gone on the hard tires. For a couple of laps, we lost touch with Ocon, with our tires just warming up, which wasn't ideal, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So our tires started eventually warming up, and we started to catch him at a rapid break. So I'm sensing an opportunity where the hunter becomes the hunted, where I was really pushing on to really catch up to Esteban with fresh rubber and warm tires. We do get DRS on here. We get a good run out of here, but we're just a little too far back for the time being. We do get the DRS now onto this straight. It goes defensive. We go on the outside. Do we make the move there? We go around him to turn 1. No, we don't quite do it. We do the slip inside, or the switcheroo, so I say. We don't quite do it, which is a shame. But there's the bolt to go around. Oh my god, we brake so late there. He broke so early. Almost caught us out. We lost a bit of touch there. We get onto this straight here. We got a lot of momentum, which was handy. DRS wide open. Go around the outside of the chicane here. We don't quite make it stick. He runs a bit wide, and he hit the brake tested us. We ran straight in the back of him. Thanks, mate. So the next lap, I tried pushing so hard for this. I really wanted to get past him, even though I was probably not going to finish 13th. I still wanted to try. At least try to get past him. Just for pride. We're not even in the points. So we get a good run out of there. DRS and the ERS. Battery boost as well. Go on the outside. Up in towards turn 1. And we managed to make the move stick. He comes back at us, side by side. And we managed to make the move stick. Thank goodness me. It took a bit longer than expected, but that's racing. And I loved it. We get a good run out of here. And we went wide. Another track limit warning, should I say. Which is annoying. Now I didn't realise Tsunoda had a problem, because he was slowing down rapidly. Which was another free position, hopefully for us. I was going to get a penalty for that. Thankfully we didn't. So we get a good run out of here. He's so slow for some reason. I turned my engineer off because he was getting on my nerves. He broke super early. We ran around the outside. There we go, made contact there. Nicely done. There we go. I'll take that. So we pulled away from Yuki for a bit, but somehow he has so much straight line speed, and I thought he had a problem. So we get back in the inside. He hugs us. Hey! Thanks, mate. Thanks so much for that. Like we didn't get damaged, that avatar is so fast for some reason. We get a DRS, which was helpful, and we managed to pull away from him just about. So Charles Leclerc is now starting his final lap. We ran wide, and we get another, almost getting one more, we get a penalty. So Charles Leclerc comes through on the final lap, and he wins his first race of the season, winning the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen following him in second. This championship is going to be down to the wire between the two. So for us, it's going to be at least P13 for us. I'm quite happy with that. It's been a really fun race. I'm not going to... What? Oh, no! No! We ran out of fuel!
You serious?
No! Oh, such a shame. Oh, man. Holy macadays. For P14. Oh, we get driver of the day. I don't know how, but thank you for the driver of the day. I'll take that as a win.
Winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
So well done to Charles Leclerc for winning this race. He's now level on points with Max Verstappen, who both won the race each, taking the first two races, one by Max and now one by Charles. It's clear that the championship is going to go down to the wire between these two drivers. So hopefully we'll get a good, exciting season along these drivers here.
Interesting going forward.
So with that
out on
result,
the track today.
we finished
But
P14,
who would you pick as your driver
which
of the day?
I'm glad we
I have to
finished
give it to
higher,
Phoenix. That was a
which,
commanding performance today.
which is
Very
what I
impressive
wanted.
indeed.
It's time
to
check
finish
out
the race
constructors'
higher up
standings.
than when we finished last
Ferrari
race,
take the lead
which
at
was
the top of
last,
the table.
and a lap
There was
down,
also a strong showing
which was
from the
highly
McLaren
embarrassing
team today
and annoying.
as they make their way up the standings.
So
It's been
where
an
did Piastri
absolutely
finish?
Wild weekend of Formula One action.
Where did he finish?
I can't wait to see
P21st.
what's next.
Okay. But that's fine. We're in a slow car, so I don't expect PS3 to be right up there among us. But hopefully, with upgraded car, we'll be able to do so. We get to acclaim level 5, which means we get a new sponsorship slot available. I believe so. Nice. So here's the race highlights from the Grand Prix. So I'm not gonna lie, this race was actually pretty fun and very tense. I had a lot of fun racing around it, especially battling with Esteban Ocon and the AlphaTauri's bench for a bit. But for the majority of the time, it was between me and Esteban throughout the Grand Prix, which it was a good fight between the two of us, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just we just missed out thanks to the fuel, which wasn't fun at all. Not fun at all. So without further ado, we go to the next race, which is Australia, with the new reset, with the new track layout, which I'm also looking forward to driving around. So that should be fun. So we're going to apply some upgrades to our car because we need to get upforce on this car. We are just lacking it and straight line speed as well. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and please subscribe for more content. I will be trying to post more stuff more frequently, as often as I can. But with life goes, there's always something in the way. So without further ado, we head on to Australia next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.